Yeah.
All right.
So yeah,
Um,
we went into the cave in the back of the waterfall back there, like
Was
in
that
behind
near
that
the
pool.
bridge? Was that near? Was that
No,
near?
no, like a little further north, there was like a pool with a bunch of branches sticking out of it and a waterfall.
Okay.
And then so we went into the waterfall there, and there's like a long narrow passage. It's actually kind of good to know for you in case you want to retreat into it, because you're basically your character right now is at the mouth of it, you know. So
Hmm.
we Bubo did a couple of recon super stealth flybys inside and found like tons of swarms of bats and scarab beetles and like a bunch of different like really super crazy swarmy type baddies in there.
Okay.
And so we decided to proceed with caution, and then and then it kind of all went to whatever. We came inside, and as soon as it activated, basically all the swarms started coming up on us. Things you need to know is that the water sometimes rushes up, grabs you, and
Oh my God.
pushes you and pulls you into the water. So that is like the hungry, hungry hippo vibe of the water here. Loves to grab
That's
you.
air action. In case you're
Pardon me?
thinking about the timing,
That's a flare action?
Yeah, it's a lair action.
it's
Okay. Okay,
a
cool.
lair action. I don't know if that's an
A
Yeah,
exhaustive
if it's the okay, got it. Okay, no, but that
yeah,
that's helpful to know that it's not just like a
yeah,
natural phenomenon.
Also, first
yeah.
level
It's happened twice.
creatures in here.
Sorry?
First level spells don't work on the animals in here. Creatures.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's first level,
Fun.
right?
it's like sec. Yeah, it's like second sec. I still think with the jury's out on second level spells. Maybe they like take half damage or something like that. But third level spells seem to be effective, or upcasting to third level seems to be effective.
First and
Could I just
second.
clarify?
My headset's confirmed. First and second don't work. Third level do work.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, third level is the safe bet. Anything else is, is at your own risk or whatever.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna
I mean,
switch.
first level, just you might as well forget it, kind of thing. Um,
Also, not to
yeah,
overburden the cleric, but we should probably do a quick check-in. I know Ubo's taken some pretty heavy damage. Aelric's taken some pretty heavy damage. Has
yeah.
Luna
Luna's taking damage.
like, heavy or
She is damaged. She's not like at halfway, but she's getting close.
starting to feel it? All right.
She's feeling it, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like I'm like halfway. But what you've been noticing is that Bubo, when dealing with melee attacks, has like a natural shield. The shield spell has been activating every round, raising his armor class. So he's been doing okay in terms of deflecting things. Elric took a whole crap ton of damage. Some of it by friendly fire. I actually, because he was surrounded by things, like Bubo shot into the area and kind of obliterated that little patch of red patches to the bottom left of the battle, or kind of in the middle left of the battlefield, is the repercussions of that. But Elric is probably down to about a third of his hit points out of a
Like,
hundred. Uh,
like
yeah, yeah,
it's I'm looking at a sheet. It's not. We're at 24 out of 95.
yeah. So there you go. He's at 25% of his hit points. So definitely, I mean, look, these like miniony type beasts, despite the fact that there's like a million of them and they look small, I took one hit and got 18 points of damage from just one hit from one of these things. So don't think that because there's a lot of them that they don't do a crap ton of damage. They could down any one of us in one round. These
Oh
guys,
yeah, something
even
I think
before
maybe to
we.
note is that there are chompers in the water. There are
Yeah,
snakes that can travel over the water. And then there's bats. The bats aren't such a threat so far, it seems. We haven't seen the snakes do that much damage, but what a big issue is
Snake. I
there's,
don't think there's any more snakes, by the way. I think they're all done. They're all gone.
there's these
I
flying.
mean, unless they come out of the water.
Yeah, yeah. There's these
Sorry.
flying golden scarabs that Bubo is currently dealing with, and Koi apparently watched The Mummy before designing this encounter. So like they burrow under your skin and deal heavy damage.
There's
It's
one
just-
burrowing into Bubo's chest as we currently speak, I believe.
Like those things are, at least from what we know, the biggest threat if you can stay out of the water. There.
You're muted,
Yeah.
Claire.
Sorry. So we just need to stay. So we need to stay out of the water, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, stay out of the
If
water
you-
and blast the golden scarabs from a distance because they're pretty frightening.
Okay. What the goal? Sorry, I'm just trying to get the. I guess I'll see.
Can
it
you
all
see
on
the screen?
Foundry.
You
I
see
am-
the screen yet?
Not in it yet. Game link. I will be in it.
I also have a fish
And
waiting,
Oh yeah, there was a
trying to
couple of
triangulate the location of the guy mentally manipulating everything in this space. He's just a little guy, just a fish.
yeah. Luna interacted with
Koi,
one of
now
the
you're
bats.
muted.
there's
Luna interacted with
the
one of
only
the
other
bats.
thing that I'll say is that the first thing that's for the first time, one of those baddies has appeared and he's actually taken a hit and not disappeared. So this may or may not be the actual bad guy. Thad seems emphatic in the water. So if that's any indication, it may or may not be, the actual guy. But that,
Wait. Hold on. The guy that's invisible to everyone but Bubo. Bubo hit him and he took damage and he didn't just disappear.
No.
'Cause everyone that
okay,
we had disappeared.
okay. So the one, sorry, correct me if I'm wrong. I may be misspeaking here. Koi, the guy that's there is still the invisible guy?
Yeah.
Is the guy that only I can see?
So,
Okay, so
we did hit. There was something in the water. We had tagged. Somebody did tag it because it let out a psychic scream that only affected Elric and I. So somebody did at one point in time manage to tag it, but I forget who and what that circumstance was. But it disappeared
Mhm.
from the spot that it was at that given time. And the last thing that Claire should know is that Thad has drove into the water and is actually swimming out into the water now. And that's sort of where we are.
Okay.
yeah.
There's a fish 120 feet down. Thad is in the water. Bubo's in the air, and everyone else is on shore fighting a swarm of bugs and bats. Right?
Bugs and
Roughly?
bats. Yeah, the snakes, we are no longer seeing any. Not to say that there couldn't be some more in the water or on the way or whatever, but yeah.
Does someone have like an object on their microphone? There's a really weird sound coming through.
Huh. What kind of object?
If I mute myself, does it?
I don't know. I'm not hearing. I wasn't hearing it before you muted yourself. It's like there's a scraping noise. I don't know.
Is it me?
I don't know who it
Is
is. Okay.
Is it the
like
sound of my mouse moving?
It's intermittent.
Is it
so I'm
that?
assuming that it's someone moving something. I don't think it's your hat, Lindsay. All good.
Okay.
That's just the sound effects of the bats in the cave.
I wonder if it's the sound of my mouse moving on the table where I have my mic. Like if it's this noise.
Kind of.
Maybe? Okay.
Yeah.
That's why people have their microphones hanging.
You need a professional audio setup.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, feeling ready, Claire? Feeling like I caught up?
I'm as ready as I can be.
We have a few turns before you. I think because we're at the top of round 5 right now. So let me just go back to my little introduction script so that we can officially join everyone back. Welcome back to You Are Legion, the actual play series where the audience gets to be the voices inside Legion's head. My name is Nicholas Coy Santillo. I'll be your game master, and I'm joined today by Claire Hogan as the Kender Cleric of Knowledge, Juniper Arley Candlewick III, Lindsay Owen Pierre as Bubo the Owlin Ranger, refugee of the Sylvanestry Homewoods, Ranger extraordinaire, Michael Keane as Harold Gray, the hard-boiled halfling rogue, and Sam Gilroy as Thaddeus Turnpike, a wizard newly resurrected, and also playing Aelric for an absent Sean Boyd, who will be returning with us next week. And welcome most triumphantly our special guest Laura Street, who will be playing Legion, the aspect of Saluna, with all of us in the chat. Welcome back, Laura, and welcome back, everyone. We are at the top of round 5. Just making sure everyone sees everything, everyone hears everything. I think we've been good. We've just been catching up. So unless we have any further ado, Thad, we are up with you for the first turn of round 5.
Okay. So the first thing I do is I slip my head underwater. Do I get a sense of there being any creature within 10 feet of me under the water?
Yes.
Okay. But that's 10 feet below me, right?
Yeah,
It's in
that's
my,
10
yeah,
feet
okay.
below you, just like a little to the east there is a
I
swarm of
can't
fishes churning.
Move my token for some reason right now, but
Oh, I paused the game. Sorry, you're good. You're good. I just unpaused the game.
all right.
So that
So
should be
I'm
good.
moving diagonally to there, but what I'm actually doing is I'm moving 5 feet over and 5 feet down.
Mhm.
Is there anything in my sphere of, do I see anything now?
5 feet over, 5 feet down, you would see these guys would disappear on you, and still nothing. Bubo, however, you see Thad like going straight into this hulking creature. It's like swimming kind of right into its maw, basically.
Okay, so that was 20 feet of movement. I'm going to use another 20 feet of movement to do the same move diagonally once over more. And now, because you're going to have to move me yourself, DM, because it's not letting me select that close to the beastie.
Yeah, I think there's some sort of an issue here that I'm having because of maybe one of the dead. I think it might be one of the dead little guys that I have there that's getting in our way, actually. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Can you move me diagonally one more?
I'm trying to see if I can, actually, because I'm having...
Oh, you moved us all over one square. Whoop. Yeah, just move me one up.
There we go.
Yep.
And so now
So
you're
now-
now you're 20
5
below?
feet.
10
No,
feet
now I'm actually 10 below.
Okay, at 10 feet below, you would notice. And I'm going to say that this close, so you see coming through, like you're swimming down through this black water, away from like the churning swarm of fish that you noticed when you first went down, continuing to go down, and then you see that's the tentacle through the blackness, and as you get closer, you kind of see this hulking form towards you. I'm going to need from you, I just want to make sure, because you are now within 5 feet.
Oh, I'm in within 5 feet of it now?
Oh no, sorry, you're still 10
Yeah,
feet
you're-
above
you're
it.
ma-
You're still
you're-
10 feet above it. My bad. So you're good. My bad. So keep going.
So it's
Don't keep moving, but keep your turn going.
how many feet away from how many feet away from me is it? I'm 10 feet down underneath the water.
Yeah, so it's 10 feet lower than you. Like 10 feet, basically almost directly below you.
I could get there. I am going to move into combat with it.
Okay. So you're gonna drop down
I just
to.
I just keep pushing forward underwater, and the second I see the shape, I get my little shadow blade is like a little dagger, and I'm kind of pulling through with my staff, and I just dart straight down towards it once I see it.
Amazing. Okay, when you get within weapon range, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Favorite kind of save. Really bad roll though.
Okay, and I just need to roll
Oh, +1 from it's a 12.
a 12.
Can I add guidance to that, or don't I have something from the last session? Didn't somebody put guidance on me?
I do see. I think it's a bless token. Is that?
So
Or is
what
it
do
a
I roll?
guidance token?
It was from,
Yeah, Lindsay.
it was I think it was from the other Legion. I can't remember what he did though. That's the only thing that I can. The other Legion put something on us, but I couldn't for the life of me tell you.
Okay, yeah, because I'm seeing a token, but I don't know exactly what it is representing. I think it was a bless that was on you.
Wait. Yes.
Empowered.
Wait. I forgot something, and chat just reminded me before I get within 10 feet of movement of it.
Yeah.
Before I move 10 feet, I'm going to, because I believe that if I take the attack action, I can split up, right? I can use one of my attack actions and then move again, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So before I get into distance, I am going to throw my shadow blade is going to turn into a trident in my hand, and I'm going to throw it at the. I forgot that it had the thrown property. I'm still getting used to it.
Amazing.
So I'm going to make an attack roll on that with that. So
Oh, cool. So you're staying like 10 feet away at least.
Yep.
Amazing.
Character sheets, I guess. I can't click on the thing to make the thing.
Can't click on the enemy.
So descriptive.
Beastie?
Whatever. I'm just gonna roll a d20 and then we can add 7. Does a 14
Yes.
hit?
Oh.
14 does not hit.
Okay. The shadow blade comes back, like snaps back to my hand, and now I am in a press forward to make the Constitution saving throw. And if you want to use the old one, and we can add the bless to it or whatever, that's fine too. Or I can roll again. Your game.
Yeah, we already did that. So this was we're just kind of like retiming that attack, I think. So
what do I get to add for a bless or for the guidance or whatever token I'm blessing?
I thought it was bless, which would be 1d4 if I'm not mistaken.
So I'm at 12. 13.
13. Then I'm just double checking here. It is a 1d4. Yeah. A 13 is not going to pass. You feel as you get close enough to strike that you are coming into this kind of the already dirty water gets thick with like a mucus that surrounds and is exuding from the skin of this creature. And when you get in close, you have to kind of immerse yourself in this mucus that is surrounding you. and as it's getting onto your skin, you're feeling it almost like seeping in and kind of burning. You are currently in a diseased state for 3 hours.
What does that do to me?
Currently nothing.
Okay, but I'm still in attack radius. With
Yeah,
it, right.
fully in attack
Alright.
radius, yeah.
So now I'm gonna make another attack on it, but this time I'm casting Booming Blade.
Hell yeah. Nat 20.
And that would be a natural 20.
Oh, yes. Well done. Incredible.
So would that affect the damage from the Booming Blade as well? The Booming Blade dice crit too, right?
I think we did that last time.
All
remember?
yes, all dice. Yeah.
Cool.
So you get your maximum dice plus a full roll.
So the
It's 1d8 for moving.
maximum here with the Shadow Blade, because I've upcast it, is 4d8. So it's just taking whatever that is max. So I'm just gonna do the
32.
yeah.
And if you do you also have Booming Blade on your Shadow Blade?
I do, yeah. So I can use that.
Oh.
So it's the Booming Blade damage 2, which is another 2d8 on top of it max. So it's actually 6d8 max plus the roll.
Okay, so
64.
no, that's 8 times 8.
Oh, 68.
48 raw.
48. Yeah. Sorry, yeah.
So
8
plus
times
the roll.
8, 64 damage.
so
And
it's
is that-
60
No, it's only 6. I miscalculated.
It's 48 damage raw from 68, and whatever his roll is on top of that. If there is a roll on top of that.
Amazing. Yeah.
So that's an extra 27 on top.
Amazing.
And if
48
thunder
is
damage and
5
boy,
damage.
if in the future thunder damage is something that's important, just let me know, because that's two separate. Or is it only the second? Is it only the boom that's thunder? I'll look that up.
Only
The boom is thunder. The boom only does damage when the creature moves, right? Or there's like, is there? Are there
once
two
he's a
forms
high
of
enough
damage?
level, it starts doing initial damage on contact as well.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this is damage on contact, and then there's more damage
Yep.
if it moves.
So it's cackling it around. I'm out of movement. However, Booming Blade is a cantrip, and with my bonus action, I'm going to use Misty Step to immediately pop out of its zone of control. I'm going to pop out 20 feet, because it's 20 feet down? I'm
It's
just
20
gonna
feet
pop up-
down. Misty Step, you can only go as far as you can see, right?
I thought it was 30. I thought it was 30, but I will
You
double
need to
check.
be able to see the location that you're stepping to.
And I can only see 10 feet away. I'm just gonna Misty Step then 10 feet out of its zone.
Yeah,
So
for
I'm
sure.
just going
So
10
you're
feet
now
above.
10 feet up, so that brings you to, because you could attack from above, so that would bring you to 5 feet below the surface.
Yep.
Amazing.
Quickly,
distract
you're attacking with a strength weapon or a dex weapon? Is it a finesse weapon or?
It has the finesse property to it. Booming.
So you're using dex.
Yeah.
So you still 75 is your total damage, which is insane. But you forgot to add your piddly little dex modifier because that would be what you add.
I'm technically using a spell. I don't get any modifier with any hit on a. You're just
Okay.
trading raw
Okay, cool.
damage for a black modifier. Yep. No worries.
Okay, cool. That is insane.
Oh, I
So you
think
did 75 damage.
75 damage in a single
I just
is.
describe it, right? I feel like I choke when I say the first words to Booming Blade as I get in, and some of that diseased water like comes into my mouth a little bit. And I want to get it right in between. Do I see an eye? Does it have an eye, Koi?
Yes, 3 vertically stacked eyes.
with just like a piece of shadow, and it can't see it in the dark because everything cancels out here. I just rend it into one of its eyes, let go of my staff to give it the middle finger underwater, grab it, and then misty step up 10 feet above it, and then give it the middle finger again.
Amazing.
And that's like
Incredible. So that's and that's your turn. That's huge. You've located it. You've done a massive amount of damage with a critical hit. That is wild. With that takes us to the lair action and the turn of this enemy. So I'm going to say that for the lair action, this will be Aelric, Luna. I'm also going to be rolling a saving throw for Squeak Noir and anyone within 20 feet of water. We've established that this little pool is also of water, is going to roll me a strength saving throw.
So that's the little pool.
And me rolling for
yeah,
Aelric.
Correct.
Oh, look at that.
Luna rolled a 20. Hell yeah. On a success,
Good
the
crit.
water comes reaching out and grasping, but you're able to stand your ground and hold firm against the grasping tides.
Dude.
Squeaknor
Oh my
fails.
gosh. There you
and
go.
is thrown into the water.
The DC.
DC is 14.
I got real lucky.
Right on the cusp. Amazing. So that also includes Arlie, I believe, and Aelric. I think I'm missing rolls from. So Luna succeeds.
Who rolled the 16?
Harold succeeds. Squeaknor fails. The 16 minus 1, that's Harold.
So, yeah, that's it. Sorry. Yeah, okay, yeah. That's it. I forgot that it's a -1. Yeah, you got to roll for Aelric there, Sam.
So we need Aelric and Arlie as well from Claire.
It make it really loud for me. Why not?
Arlie with a 9. Arlie, you're going to get pulled back into this water here in between the rocks. That is going to bring you back into the water. You're going to be in a prone position until the beginning of your next turn, which gives advantage on melee attacks. And Aelric. Sam, were you able to roll for Aelric, or are you having trouble? Oh, you're on mute.
You're muted, man.
No, sorry, forgot that was a thing.
Right? Yeah, having to play multiple characters. It's a thing. Oh no! Oh no! Terrible start.
That makes up for the crit, I guess. So, like,
Aelric is pulled in.
The dice giveth the dice.
The dice taketh away. Oh no! Okay. Both get pulled in. Then, what you see, Thad, underwater, with this creature below you reacting to, the positive pressure difference in one of its eyeballs means that, like, along with this dark mucus, you have like the innards of what was that once closed system. You've pierced one of its eyes, and as you see it reeling underneath you, as you're like you do this like little mini teleport blink up, the creature separates into two forms that swim in different directions. One swimming to the east and up to the surface, and the other swimming.
The real one, my good sir, is going to explode in a concussive force of energy right now.
Yes, amazing. Roll
2d8.
2d8.
Sorry, I'm just gonna. That 7 altogether.
7 damage total.
Yep.
Amazing. So cool. Booming Blade is wild. So the two of them come towards you, like towards the surface. Both are now visible from the surface, if not fully. So like the backs of them are appearing because of the size of them, and we are going to have a attack on our wizard in the water, and that is going to be 3 of these attacks coming at you, Thad.
May I just ask which one took the booming blade damage? The 2? One of them took damage, or did they both take damage, or no one took damage?
So they would have taken
The
damage
rest
as...
already have received the crackle of electricity released when
No,
the
I'm gonna
Yeah.
give this one to Koi. And Aboleth's too smart for this. It would move and then split.
Good point. Thank you.
Like I'm just gonna make it. I know that it's bad for us, but like it's a really
Okay.
really smart thing. Sorry,
I mean,
guys.
in that way, what you would see is that the Aboleth starts moving, and there's a reverberation of the thunder, and which creates like a rupturing at the surface, as this kind of a shockwave erupts from 20 feet under, and then as you see the collapse of water, the only person who's able to see it at that level, because it's only moving 5 feet for that activation of Booming Blade, is like in the reverberation of the water collapsing, it separates into 2. Is what you would see then. And we're going to get...
Am I wrong that all they see is just kind of the water goes like...
Yeah, from the outside, you see Thad just like jump into the water, just like go underwater, and there's just like some silence for a bit, and then there's a... and actually there's 2, because the first one and then the second one, right? Because there's the one on your hit, the critical hit, which is like a bigger one, and then there's like a couple seconds, and then there's a smaller one. Thad, I have 3 attacks coming at you.
Sure.
Does a 22 hit?
Well, as a reaction, I am going to cast Shield. So my
Amazing.
AC is going to now be, I believe, that's 5. I have an AC of 26.
26? Holy shit. I'm going to roll 2 more attacks. So 14 and a 14. So just these tentacles like lashing out at you from one as it's crawling up towards you and now surfacing. This is a large creature, so as its back has just crested the water, its eyes are almost at your level, being like 5 feet below. Excuse me, below the surface there. And that is going to be that. Luckily, that creature, although... Thad, as you turn, you also see a swarm come out and another swarm come out from behind you. These are going to be 2 attacks. But you have a 26.
Yeah.
Now, one was a nat 20, but it only gets +5, so it's a 25.
No, nat 20's always hit no matter what, man.
No matter what?
Yeah.
No matter what. Yeah.
No matter what.
So there's like each one of these swarms is like 24 fish. These are like kind of like small chompers, and they're just gonna go crazy around you, dealing 37 piercing damage.
Ooh.
As they are just like ravaging through and around the space that you are in.
37.
It's a critical hit.
Yeah, like
yeah.
I can't understand these minions that do 37 damage. Even on a crit. It's
so
insane.
many. That's how swarms. You can just pack like a density and they just turn into these monsters.
This is pretty wild. This is actually Player's Handbook CR1 creature, a swarm. This specific swarm, like untouched.
Yeah, but to tell you the truth, it's not the problem that there's a swarm. It's that there's 13,000 of them in the room. Like, you know what I mean?
I
like,
trust you guys. You're
that's
powerful.
the one thing that
70-something damage.
yeah.
Yeah, one
when you
hit,
do 80
75
points,
damage.
80%, Yeah, but when you do 80% of damage to us every round, that's
He's got it.
anyways, whatever. It's good. It's good that we have shield. I gotta say.
He
Good that we
has
have shield.
hit me. 27. Jeez. All right, I'll do the math.
Absolutely wild. Yeah, do the math there, and I'm just gonna move my last. Oh, there's actually gonna be a third swarm here that is in range that will try to bite. It has to nat 20, as we've established. So just like another, but it's like this is like 6 dozen fish that are just swarming through your space as you're now like fighting your way up and away from this large creature underneath you. That is going to be Bubo's turn next.
Okay. So you're actually underwater right now. I can't see what's going on. Or can I see what's going on too, Thad?
If you can see 10 feet into the water, you can see the shadow of me now. Because I'm 10 feet under the surface.
Actually 5. You're 5.
Oh,
So
well,
you can
5
see you can see
yeah.
like the back of. So actually, Bubo, you see all 3 of these creatures. You see this one, you see this one's back cresting, and also this one. So you see 3 creatures currently. The one that, and then like in front of this one that is back only above the water, you can see the figure of Thad amongst just dozens of shadows of fish as they're swarming around his the robes and shadows that swarm around him, or that kind of pool around Thad in his shadow blade form. Arlie's going to be up next. But
Yeah. Okay. Jesus.
Disengage. Get back to the shore.
And just to clarify, at the start of your turn, Bubo, take roll 1d6 piercing damage as the scarab is burrowing its way.
So what's my recourse for this? I mean,
So
obviously there's a way to counteract this.
Yeah, so you can use they say it is a action to kill or remove the scarab. So I would call that like an attack action, which means like you would still get your because you get multi-attack basically as a ranger. So you could use one of your 2 attacks to.
Okay. So I'll take the D6. I'll take the D6. Do you want me to roll a D6?
Yeah, so it's 1d6 at the start of your turn, is what this scarab does, and then you can use. So that'll be 3.
I take 3 damage. I can't affect my. I don't know why, but is it here? I can't affect my hit points. Is it 20? Can I do that? 25? No, there's no way for me to like. There it is.
Oh, there
it
go.
is.
Yeah.
I got it.
Boom.
I got it. Okay.
Nice.
I had to go in my pop-out thing. Okay. All right. So all right. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the first whatever. Use one of my attacks to get rid of that. I don't want to take D6s every round.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you take you're going to take 1 point of damage as you just like have to tear kind of into it. It's fighting you and holding onto your flesh as you're pulling at it. So that's going to be 1 point of damage to remove it.
Okay. I am going to move 5, 10, 15. Why do I not have control of my character anymore here? When I click on my guy, I can't affect my height, or before it used to pop out. Now it doesn't pop out.
Not quite sure. I had to do a couple things before the session today, but I was testing everything, then it should still be working. But you're, like when you right click, you can't change your.
Oh, here we go. All right. So now I'm 60 feet up. I've moved away from all of those guys.
Cool.
And I am going to cast Hail of Thorns. Mm,
3 targets. Plus all the swarms. Plus 1, 2, 3 swarms of scarabs remain. 3 swarms of bats had been kind of surrounding you in that area. There's also bats to the south around Luna. And
sorry, I can see this thing. I can see the baddie, right?
you can see all 3 of them. Yeah.
I can see the baddie. Okay. So if I can see all that is transpired between Thad and this baddie taking swipes at him and everything, I am going to cast Chaos Bolt on the baddie that is in front of him.
Okay.
It is a first level spell, so I am going to, it's a cantrip, so I'm going to upcast it to a second level spell. So that would be the equivalent of a third level spell, right?
It's whatever spell slot you use is the level. You're on mute, Sam. It's the worst when you're like politely and then you're like jumping in with
If you
him.
were using a first level spell slot, you're casting it as a second level spell. If you were using a third level or second level spell slot, you'd be casting it as a third level spell.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to expend one of my second level spell slots
Cool.
to cast it as a third level spell. I'm going to use my Tides of Chaos to give myself advantage on this attack. So I'm going to just do 2d20s. Oh, wow. It's a good thing I did. Oh, my Lord. Make a ranged spell attack. So that would be that'd be 14 on it.
14. A 14 does not hit.
And so the blessed thing is only for saving throws?
No, bless is for attacks and saving throws.
Okay, so I'll add a d4 to this and see if it makes any difference. So I have a 14. Oh, God. 15.
A 15 does not hit.
Okay, so I am going to roll a d20 here. Oh, my God.
Surge?
So that is that's another action surge, a natural, beautiful 1 action, wild magic surge. I'm rolling a d100. The number is 57.
57. I just had the wild magic up too.
Dude, I think it's the same thing as last time.
No.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it's like everything within 30 feet of me is susceptible to lightning damage. So I'm almost 100% sure.
57. No, I don't think that's. Oh, and you roll a d20 as well, right?
Oh, right. I'll roll a d20. So it's a 57 on the moderate, I would imagine it is, or nuisance.
Nuisance, yeah. So
I
that's
can't-
going to be.
I can't see where.
You lose proficiency on all skill checks for 1 minute.
Awesome. Yeah, this is fun. That's it. That's my turn.
Okay.
This is
Wild
unaffected.
magic. Amazing. Let me just double check what my my tail. You still have your shield up, right?
Yeah, you can basically accept that it's going to be there for
So
the duration.
You and Thad basically are basically perma shielded. Okay.
Perma
Next-
shielded,
These
yeah.
are reactions. We can attack things that
Right.
move out of our space. Yeah.
You lose your reactions, but you do have shields up. Cool. That brings us to Juniper, Arlie, Candlewick the Third's turn. Where are Arlie? Down
She
here.
got swept. Yeah. So I think that it looks like it hasn't been cast yet. So I think she's just going to cast. Like she's got to take her turn to get up, and then as a bonus action, she'll cast Spiritual Weapon.
It's half of her movement to get up. It's not an action.
Oh.
It's just
Stupid
half movement.
3.5.
Yeah.
And keep in mind the spell level stuff with damaging things.
Is worse or better? Is it like I know we talked about it, but it.
First and second levels, all of the critters are resistant to first and second level spells. You want to hit them with a second. You got to upcast to third level. You're gonna do any kind of damage.
Okay. This is a second level spell. So, what does that
But
mean?
Because we're in the Feywilds, if you cast it with a second level spell slot, it counts as being cast from a third level spell slot. So you're upcasting it. So that would work.
So that would
But
work.
you would expend a second level spell slot in that case.
Okay, so it would work. Okay, so that's still
The magical
okay.
tolerance of the baddies relates to the spell slot expended. The power of the spell is twisty because of the Feywilds.
Mm-hmm.
Make spells.
So I
cheaper,
can't
basically.
tell. Are you guys saying that this will or won't work?
So if you spend a third level spell slot, you will go past the whatever the limited magical immunity that the critters have. Casting at a third spell slot will count as upcasting to level 4 in terms of damage.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just don't understand. Like, yeah, so it costs less, but I have to make it cost more. But it still might not work even if I make it cost more. And I only have one fourth level spell slot, but we're in the Feywild, so technically I have 3 because it's lower, but I don't actually.
Okay, Blair.
Yes.
I killed 5 different things with a second level upcast spell. Like I was casting at something that was like upcast to effective third level, and it was working. So you can still do damage with a third level spell, and if you use third level spells, they'll only cost you your second level spell slot, so you'll be fine.
Right, it's a second level spell though. It's not a third level spell.
If you use a second level spell but upcast it to third level, it doesn't matter. It just still uses only your second level spell slot.
Oh
and it's an effective third level spell. Yeah, this is Koi's.
I was
Koi's
silly.
You can yell at him after the fight.
I did something stupid by joining the Fey Realm and making magic cheap. It complicated everything.
It really just means that you can cast all third level spells with your second level spell slots, which means you have more of them. And if you want,
but they're
if you have
less effective. They're less effective unless you use more resources. What? No. Okay.
A third level.
I got the wrong
level.
takeaway.
No, Lindsay, you're not.
A third level's.
Lindsay,
a third level.
Clarify.
Lindsay, I
need to clarify. I need to clarify. The spell slot you spend is the level of the spell that I am looking at when tracking this immunity of the critters. I am looking at the slot you spend. I am not looking at anything else. The damage of the spell itself, that's this Feywild craziness. That's its own thing.
Okay, I'm just trying to look. I'm looking at my first level slots and applying them to my second level. Like everything is bumped, right? Like I have the slots are bumped up for the Feywild.
An example is like Fireball is a 3rd level spell, right?
Yes.
So when you cast that normally, you would cast that at spending a 2nd level spell slot because we're in the Feywilds and everything's weird. Because of our weird Feywild crazy stupidness that I brought upon myself. When you cast like Fireball at base, you're expending a 2nd level spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
But because you expended a 2nd level spell slot, that counts as a 2nd level spell when looking at the immunity of these creatures.
You know, it would have been a much more simple way to communicate it, maybe. You're not trying to be a pedant. But if I'm understanding this correctly, what you're saying is that they're actually immune to 1st, 2nd, and 3rd level spells. Effectively. Yeah? Because we have to use, in the Feywilds, 4th count as 3rd, so they'll work. But, like, they're immune to 1st, 2nd, and 3rd level spells.
I'm sorry.
On the character sheet. Yeah?
Sure. I'm sorry. I just want to get a beat on this. So is it that is the point of this to make it cheaper to cast a spell, or to nerf all our spells? You know what I mean? Like it's like, what's the point? If it's cheaper to cast it, that's great. But if it's cheaper to cast it, but then it's less effective,
it doesn't nerf.
That's not so great.
It doesn't nerf our spells though. It's just all of our spell level slots are just one. So if you used a 1st level spell slot, that's effectively a 2nd level spell. What's impossible to do now is for us to cast a 1st level spell, right? It's an impossibility for any single one of us to do anything but upcast to 2nd level. However, when Koi's creatures are looking at what's happening, they're just reading the spell slot used. So they're seeing a 3rd level spell slot being used, but really we're dealing we're just dealing still 4th level damage to them. Our spells haven't been nerfed. It's just they take half damage. Like if you pop anything other than a 3rd level spell, they take half damage.
This is a picture of my spell slots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So in descending order from 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So what do you want me to do?
If you want to avoid the limited magic immunity, you would have to expend a 3rd level spell slot.
So I have to.
For your 3rd level spell.
Does that refer to this line in the game, or is this line actually this line?
No.
Because of the Feywilds.
No.
Which line is what?
No. So you're correct the first time.
Okay. So this is my 3rd. So I must cast spells using these slots.
Yes.
Or
use
this
a
one.
3rd level spell slot, but then use a 4th level spell effect.
Yeah.
That's the way to think about it. So use one of your 3rd level spells and then just apply it as if it were a 4th.
Yeah. Like if you cast a 3rd level spell, go ahead, but instead of like getting the economy of like, trying to cast it at, taking up a 2nd level spell slot, just do it as a 3rd. And you actually get more damage, which is great. So just think of your spells as the original spell slot. This is the most annoying thing in the whole wide world. Just use your spells as written, and then Koi will tell you.
Sorry.
Okay, but spiritual weapon is only 2nd level, so I must cast it using a 3rd level spell slot.
Which
yes
gives it more damage.
What if I don't want more damage? Is the alternative no damage? No damage?
Yes, exactly.
More
exactly.
than none.
That's exactly it.
Okay.
That's it. That's exactly it.
Okay. I don't know how to upcast this spell, so I will read about it. Okay, it adds 1d8 for every 2 slots above 2nd. So actually, it doesn't do any more damage cast at a 3rd level. It just uses the slot and gives no benefit.
No, because you're actually casting it at 4th because we're in the Feywild. So yes,
So
it does.
I need to redraw the diagram. Or relabel the diagram.
Yeah.
If someone
Don't
can help
worry
me
about the
visualize.
diagram.
Don't
Just
don't
you
worry
tell
about your
us
spell
what spell
slots.
slot you want to use. Just you use the slot, and we'll tell you the effect.
Okay, I'm gonna get. Still, it's just a bonus. I'm gonna cast spiritual. I'm gonna move my character for 10 feet,
Yeah.
half her movement, and she's gonna cast spiritual weapon as a bonus action. I
Cool.
don't know that she's actually taken an action even.
Not yet.
Because
Nope.
I thought that getting. So I don't know what action she should take. So we're open to suggestion there.
Okay. Where do you want to where do you want to cast this?
Oh my god. Well, did the aboleth multiply, or like we just can't tell which one's the real one?
Yeah,
No,
there's
which one's
there's
the
3
real
of them. Yeah, that you see.
That we see. That we see. I'm sorry. That we see. Huh. What does that mean? Okay. Sorry, I was getting messages. I thought maybe someone was secretly telling me something useful, but no. Just Sean asking me what's going on and if we're dead yet.
How's it going? Amazing. So I'm bringing in this flying sword for you, just to represent
great.
your weapon. Where did you cast it?
I can move it up to 30 feet in any direction. So, like, I guess just see what is the nearest baddie within 30 feet. It might be none. And also plus my 10 feet after I moved.
Yeah, and it has a range as well, of casting it.
Oh, the range is 30 feet.
Cool.
Oh,
so you
shit,
can
no,
cast
I'm reading
it.
the wrong friggin' spell. I'm sorry. Sorry, I clicked on something else. What? Because I doubted myself. I was like, maybe this is not worth it. My bad. Range is 60 feet.
60 feet.
So,
and it floats. I believe. So you can choose anywhere within 60 feet of you. There is a swarm of bats here, like around the big orb of light, and there's another swarm here near Luna. I believe those are the only ones nearby.
All right. I'll go for the swarm near Luna then.
Awesome.
Okay. And it had to be upcast, right? So wait, it doesn't get a whatever.
So you do 2d8 damage with this weapon.
Okay. All right, and so I'm gonna cross out a second level spell slot or a third one.
A third level spell slot.
Okay. Great.
And is it magical damage that this? Yeah, it's a magical damage. Amazing. So you're gonna roll to hit on this magical weapon, and it's like, is it still a quill? I remember in the past it was a.
Yes, it's an all-knowing quill.
Just stabs.
Okay,
like a spear.
So if I just clicked the cast dice. I don't know which one of these if there's a to hit.
I see it.
Yeah.
Okay. So the to hit is a 19, from what I'm reading.
Mm-hmm.
You rolled an 11 plus 8.
Yeah, I see it too.
So 18 hits, and that deals 9 force damage, which is enough to take out the remainder of this little swarm that's surrounding Luna. So, Arlie, tell me what happens as like what this looks like as you cast this magical weapon and it mops up the bats surrounding Luna.
Okay, what it looks like for most of her turn is her just like cussing and Kender about being like soaked and like washed back onto the briny rocks. And it looks like, and then like just after she dusts herself off and goes for a little jog, she's like, oh, right, the fight. And then it's just like, Zivlin, write them out of existence. And then just casts.
And they, point all the dots of all the eyes, quite literally. Pop, pop, pop. Just little bats dropping. Cool, and you still have an action, so you can cast a cantrip, or you can use, like, your weapon. I believe you have a light crossbow if you want to use that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
Nice. And then a little, just like a touch of the forehead, like with some with some like essential religious oils, or what? What is it? Like, is
Yeah,
it?
that sounds great.
Sure. Why not? Why not that? Amazing.
Fantastic. Right. Just like rubs mint. I don't know. Right into
Just a
it's like the
pungent
sinuses
essential
are
oil.
clearing. Just like a quick like
Love it.
It's not a pyramid scheme. It really does wonders for. So that's my turn. Thanks for
Amazing.
putting up with that. I still don't understand, so I will just like I just spare like everyone can just tell me what I want. I think me understanding is a lost cause, but I will keep trying, and you can just tell me if it will or won't work. I think.
Yeah, just like
Also,
basically say what you want to do.
Also, like strategic table talk moment, like you can't damage them. Figure out a way to support.
Yeah.
Using a third level spell slot to do 2d8 damage seems a bit inefficient. You know.
Okay.
I can't. I also like Harold really doesn't have any way to damage them either right now, so I'm trying to figure out ways to support too.
So, is it basically like the way it used to be, the way it was when we fought? Not the way it used to be before we were in the Feywilds, where everything cost more, or it just no, it's not because we make the choice for it to cost more. But yeah, I agree. That was underwhelming.
I'm not criticizing.
Everything
No,
costs
just-
less. But
Everything
yeah,
costs less, but must cost. But so and therefore we must make it cost. Because that was a second level spell slot. Anyway, whatever.
you spent a third, but you upcast it twice. Effectively.
I upcast it. Should I have clicked on it twice? Because like, how would the game know that I upcast it? I just clicked on
It's
it.
the total
So, like-
damage. The total damage you did by upcasting
But
it
how would the-
twice.
Okay, but I think that then that wasn't enough damage. Because how would
Oh, then it would have been more
the
damage.
that's it.
beyond
You need
know
another.
that I
You need
upcast
another
it?
D8. Yeah.
That's true. No, now that I see it, yeah, it's
You-
1d8 plus 5. You would have done more damage, but you already did
Cool.
enough to kill the swarm. So
All
you already
yeah,
did, like
yeah.
you killed it, right? Like there's no more
Right.
damage. It's all stop. It's already dead. Stop.
Great. Okay.
Amazing, but no, you don't have to recast it. It's like it's just going around now. It's now part of your crew. This celestial stylus, I guess it is, and it's powerful. It has 2d8 plus
and it
5
would
from
be-
now on.
3d8 actually.
Is it 3d8?
It's an extra 2d8 per 2 levels. Yeah. So she's casting it as a 4 now,
Right.
Because she brought it up to 3.
3d8
So that
plus
means it's
5.
got 2 extra. 3d8 plus 5 is what.
Amazing.
So it is actually a pretty effective
It's pretty powerful.
add-on. Yeah.
And magic,
You're-
so it's not just like mundane damage as well, which is good. These swarms are
Popped it up
resistant.
for first turn like ages ago, but none of us are clerics, and so we all forgot.
Oh, right, that's
Mhm.
useful. Oh,
Yeah, a flying weapon that we could have just zoomed. Womp womp.
20 hits Aelric, I believe. And that is going to be 12 damage to Aelric as one of the scarab swarms descends towards the water because he's been pulled in. So that's going to be, 12 damage to Aelric, and I think he's going to need... No, there's no saving throw. One of the scarabs begins burrowing its way in between the scales, let's say on Elric's back, while he's in the water there. That is going to be our scarab's turn. Also, scarabs are flying down and trying to get Squeak Noir while he's in the water, but he seems to be fending them off. Yeah, Bubo?
I just want to make sure, Sam, is there no reaction from Aelric that negates damage? Like, I just want to, I want to be able to, we have to make sure that we're not just underplaying his character. I know that he's had reactions to damage in the past. I know there's the chromatic infusion thing that he does, but I think that
I can attack it back, but probably at disadvantage because I'm technically prone, right, in the water.
Until your next turn, yeah.
So I would spend a superiority die, but I don't know where I see where those are on his. Oh no,
It's
I have
in
5 out of 5.
5.
Yeah, I'm popping a superiority die to attack back at it, even at disadvantage.
Amazing. Yeah. So riposte. Riposte.
I'm honestly
Riposte.
surprised his AC is less than 20. I thought it was higher than that.
He has an AC of 19, actually.
19.
Looking at his sheet, but I'm not sure if I just like gave away some of his secrets.
He has. I think he has heavy armor, so he doesn't get any like benefit from his dex.
Yeah. So he has a +7 to hit too. So.
+7 to hit.
Yeah. What is that? 8 plus 7.
15.
15. 15 hits. 15 does hit.
What's the damage on his main? Gosh.
You still have to roll again, though, man.
I do?
Disadvantage.
For
Well, disadvantage.
Disadvantage. You're right. That will be the lower
You're
number.
good. Amazing.
Nice.
And that is how much damage? Shatter Spike is... Coy, where do I see that on a sheet? Maybe I shouldn't have been playing.
In inventory?
Yeah, I'm in the. You have a +1 bonus to damage. It says 1 action. For the
it's
damage.
1d8 plus 5.
1d8 plus 5. Thank you. Jesus. 6.
6 damage. That's solid. That's something. On a riposte, on a free riposte.
That's true.
Awesome. That's our scarabs, and that leads us to Harold the Grey. Then the bats are on deck, and then Aelric, Luna, and Squeak Noir finish up the round.
Harold is going to use a dash action.
Mm-hmm.
Can DM ruling?
Yeah.
Fishies in the water. Can they take an opportunity attack if you're disengaging, but you're on land?
Opportunity attacks are if you're leaving their range. So if you were in range without moving for them to attack,
their range is not beside them like normal things.
Okay. Swarm's range is the square that they exist on. I've been doing next to it just because otherwise we stack our tokens and it gets ugly.
Okay, so I'm going to use dash. Because I have agile, I ignore difficult terrain penalties.
Oh,
so,
yeah. Okay.
The first 35 feet of my dash. Can I break up a dash with an action?
Yeah, because you can use your bonus action to dash.
The first 35 feet of the dash is going to take me to the water's edge. I'm going to use the full charge of the Seed of Zivelin into Aelric. Right. So all 4 charges. So I'm going to roll 44. That's plus 11. So you see,
oh yeah,
Harold take this mad dash towards the water's edge, like he's going to jump in, and he kind of stops, and he almost kind of misjudges the slipperiness of the rocks, and he's way overbalancing, and he kind of just plunks the seed onto Aelric, the top of Aelric's head, to get his balance. You see the seed flash, he pushes off, and take the rest of my dash.
Amazing. Just and touch. Amazing. And you heal him 14 hit points?
11.
11 hit points. 44, 11. Amazing. Huge.
And actually, it turns out that nowhere is safe from the water. If that little pool on the bottom right is...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Unless
we're ruling that the cave mouth is safe.
I think if you get to the back of the cave mouth, we can say that you're starting. Although the cave mouth itself we did say was full of water, right? There's like a stream running through it.
So there's nowhere that's safe.
There's nowhere that's safe.
Nowhere that's safe.
Okay. Cool. So that was action, bonus action. I think that's everything I can do.
Run, move, run. Awesome. Yeah. I'm going to do some bat swarms. So this is going to take me just a minute. So, talk amongst yourselves, whether that be in character or out of character. Just give me a little second to do these bat movements.
Luna is currently crying at all of the dead bats around her. Even though they were aggressive, she's just standing there looking at their tiny little corpses, and she's like sobbing silently.
Oh no. As you're sobbing, Luna, one of the swarms of bats comes right up to you, critical hits, dealing 14 damage.
She's too sensitive.
She's like, no, what is the bats? And they all just come and start squeaking and attacking you. And now we have
12, you said?
yes, 14 damage.
Oh, she ain't doing so hot. Well,
Gonna have some bats come here and attack Squeak Noir. But he seems to be, for a drowning rat, he is holding them off quite well. And another group is going to come in at Squeak Noir, at the small target. Hits for a nat 20 on Squeak Noir. He goes under for a moment as some bats just fully land on him, and like the one bat just gets fully around his face, its wings covering him, and he kind of loses himself and goes under for a moment. But you see him able to pull himself free, just a little bit scraped across the face. And another swarm tries to surround Aelric, but it doesn't get anywhere with a 12 there. Aelric is just able to keep them off. And actually leading us to Aelric's turn.
Well, I get myself up from prone. How deep is the water here, Koi?
This is like too deep to stand.
I think I have to disengage him and have him dive under the water, everybody. I don't think I can. I don't like, unless if he gets a heal, I'm sitting at 24 life and I'm surrounded.
And you have to take 1d6 piercing damage at the beginning of Aelric's turn for the burrowing scarab. As it starts to gnaw itself, trying to get under those thinly packed scales. 1d6.
Can he use any kind of AoE right now, Sam?
He didn't use his breath weapon yet.
He did actually. I don't think he marked it off. He did. Remember, he blew it like
yeah.
at all
right,
of those
so
creatures.
That didn't get marked off. And he has one chromatic infusion up too, right? Didn't he infuse?
I think he infused. Yeah, so I'll drop that.
But
so he's doing lightning. Oh, which actually would be that extra damage to those.
Has he used his second wind yet?
No, that he has not.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there we go. So I'm gonna take my first attack on the scarab beetles, and that's
nice.
With both, right?
Yeah. So you get to roll each. You get to roll twice for each attack. And he's a fighter, so he gets 2 attacks, giving him 4 total attacks. 2 with Shatter Spike, 2 with the Silvered Longsword.
So the 12 plus 7, 19.
That will hit.
Okay. So this is 1d8 plus 4 or 5.
No.
6.
6 damage. Okay. You've definitely taken out. Aelric has taken out more than half of this swarm.
Here comes the hammer. 11
plus 11 does not hit.
Okay. My second round of attacks from the attack action. So here's the main hand again. That'd be a natural 20.
Nat 20.
So 1d8. So that's 8 plus 5. 13. And then 13 plus.
Plus his chromatic infusion.
13 plus 7 plus
20
5.
damage.
Yeah, 20 damage.
That's enough. That is enough to get rid of the rest of this swarm of scarabs.
And the other swarm of scarabs is by me too, correct? Is that attacking me?
This one is 55 feet up. It's actually moving towards Bubo.
55 feet up, but one of the bats.
Yeah, okay.
Which
The
bat swarm
bats,
looks-
both to the north and the south, they both look unharmed. They're like thick swarms.
I'm gonna attack the one to the south with my hammer.
Oh, it's actually with a longsword because he has 2 longswords.
Oh,
he has
with the
dual
long
weapon
sword.
fighting.
Longsword.
Okay.
Dual weapon fighting. 16
Plus.
that hits. Yeah.
So 1d8 plus 5. 11.
11, amazing. And is that
Then
just slashing, or is that how much of that is?
The first one is whatever his magical. The first hit was Shatter
They're both
Spike.
slashing.
Yeah, they're both slashing. Yeah.
And does he have extra damage because of his chromatic infusion? Is he doing lightning
Gosh,
on top?
you're asking me all these questions as if I play.
As if I know what this is.
Yeah, you're gonna make me read thing. I thought warriors just hit. It's not a barbarian. Gosh darn it.
Extra 1d4.
Yeah.
Extra
1d4?
1d4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lightning. And is it within 30? It's not within 30 feet of Bubo. So that's not going to be, but that is another 4 damage. Amazing.
Yep. Then I am going to use my action surge. I'm going to use the disengage action, and then I'm going to dive 10 feet down, and so that takes up 10 feet down.
So you have another 5 feet.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna move 5 feet closer to Squeak Noir.
Cool. Do you want to be under him? We can be right
Yeah.
under. Okay,
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, right under Squeak Noir.
So,
And that's what I think that I can do from Arlek. So I'm protected from the bats and everything above me now. Yeah, is Lindsay.
Second wind.
I had popped it to disengage and get down.
No, that's action surge. Second wind is once before long rest, he can regain hit points 10 plus his constitution modifier. 10 plus his fighter level to regain hit points. So it would be
bonus action.
10 plus 7. He can just do 17. He can just get 17 hit points right now.
Yeah. Yep. And I will do that. 5 plus
13.
13. Ruby.
Well done.
What are you saying? 13 what?
13. We got 13.
No, it's 10 plus your fighter level.
Oh.
I read 1d10.
Yeah, so did I.
You can use a bonus action to regain 1d10 plus. This has 7.
HP.
Oh, sorry, 1d10 plus your fighter level. Sorry, my bad.
No worries.
Cool.
We got it.
Yeah, so that's 13. So he's coming back up, almost at half after this.
Yeah.
Because of
Thank
a
you for
very
shepherding
helpful
that.
2 heals. Remember to heal. Selûne, we have you up next with your fishy fish as well, who can act kind of in the same moment. And what exactly are there? Can you see through the eyes of your fish, or does it like communicate with you? Like, how does that work?
I think he's just a fish.
Okay, that you can just like stay in touch with mentally.
Yeah. Well, I don't even think I can do that. I was kind of hoping you'd just like go find the baddie and then come back and be like, "Hey, bro." There's somehow we are communicating together. I know that this fish and I can communicate. I just don't really know how, and it doesn't really specify. But anyway,
okay. Can say psychic.
Now we know where the bad guys are. I can drop concentration on my fish, and it breaks my heart to do so because I love my fish. Clearly, I like animals, but in this current situation, he's not useful anymore.
So you hear the fish being like, "I'm doing a good job. I'm swimming down. I'm doing exactly what you want. I'm fulfilling my and you just like start paying attention to something else.
Breaking my heart.
Sorry.
This fish was as dumb as the other fish. He's like, "Oh, I'm fish.
I'm swimming. I'm going to swim for you. I'm swimming." And then
he was slightly smarter. Anyway, I don't need to concentrate on my fish anymore, so I think I'm gonna drop concentration on my fish now that I know where the big bad is.
Yeah.
Or the 2 renditions of it, or at least Selûne is seeing only 2, right? She's only seeing.
You're
2.
only seeing 2. The 2 that are at the same level. Yeah, the furthest left, you do not see. this one.
Yes. Okay, cool. So I think I'm gonna moonbeam one of them. It's
Hell yeah.
time to moonbeam. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna moonbeam at 4th level currently and use my 3rd
Cool.
level slot.
Yep.
And that is a concentration spell. So from my consecutive turns from here, I should be able to move it. It's a wonderful night for a moonbeam.
A little bit of Van
Yeah.
Morrison. Moonbeam.
This song slowly plays in the background. So yeah, I'm gonna cast it 4th level, use a 3rd level spell slot, and I'm gonna aim
Cool.
it just like right at the whatever forehead I can see of one of those.
The left or the right?
Let's go for the left because it's closest to everybody.
Cool.
I'll moonbeam that guy. So it is a con save for you.
Okay.
Yay.
Con save.
Yeah, it's basically it's a 5-foot radius. It's basically like a laser beam, just like meow.
Damn. 24.
Well, that does pass. So you did not get hit, I think.
Is it half damage? Like it sounds like.
I don't think so. I think
half damage. It is. It's half damage.
Oh,
yeah. So you're 3d10 and half damage or whatever.
Well, I'm casting it. I'm using a 3rd level spell slot, but I'm casting it 4th. So it's 4d10, and then we'll just
4d10 shitballs.
Put it in half.
Dude, that sounds great.
So math that for me. 15? No, 16.
Half as much on a failed save. Yeah. So that's 23. So that's 12 damage, half, right?
Thank you for bathing. I couldn't.
Yeah, rounded up. Yeah.
Amazing. 12 damage.
Yes. And then with my bonus action, I'm going to shoot one of my arrows at the same one. I'm just going to that guy again.
Cool.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me just get to my starry skills. Does a 19
right, because you have your bonus action. A 19 does hit.
Cool. Okay.
You have your bonus action attacks.
And that's going to be 12 damage.
12 more damage, and that's radiant.
Yes.
Killer. Still really good. That's still like almost 24 damage.
Yes. And that, I guess, is my turn.
It didn't dematerialize too, right? When that moonbeam, like...
Correct. There was no dematerialization.
Nice.
But I just want you to understand that when I hit mine, it didn't dematerialize. It still behaved like my brain was so effed that even if I were to hit it, my brain it still believes that it's being hit. Like I see the arrow, you see arrows fly into the water. I see arrows sticking into its eye and doing all that thing. So there's still a possibility.
I'm not aiming for the one that you're aiming for because I can't see that one, right? I'm aiming for the one that
I know, but it doesn't matter. Really, I mean, you haven't been asked to make a saving throw. This is another guy. He's been split. It could be the same situation for you if you're hitting the wrong guy.
Right. So you guys
just offering. You know what I mean?
So I could be like, yeah, I just like hit this guy, and you guys are like, she's just moonbeaming water right now. This is wild. Okay.
well, we all might be under the spell. Nobody's actually tried to save against this yet. There hasn't been a request to save against the illusion or whatever.
The grossest possibility is that it just split into two things, and like now there's two.
Yeah, there's two of them. Yeah, exactly.
The grossest possibility.
Worst possible outcome.
That's the most horrible thing. Yeah, exactly. I hate that one.
Harold turns to Luna and says, "See, you're waxing." The moon joke.
That's a moon joke.
The moon is waxing. I look at you and say, it's actually a waning crescent right now. I don't understand the joke. It's just like,
yeah. It's this. Yeah. The moon is far too serious to joke about the phases. Also, with that, the last turn is Squeak Noir, who swims and pulls himself up onto the edge of the rock, absolutely soaked. I think this is the second time he's gone into the water, if I'm not mistaken. He pulls himself up, scraping his little rapier against the stone and turning on the edge and attacking the swarm of bats that is just there on the edge, and is able to kill a few. Absolutely laden down, dripping with water as he's just aha, aha. And we're at the top of round 6. I'm going to say we take our little bio break now because we're at 9.
Does he still have a hat?
9. His hat is just floating next to the rocks. Like he kind of like came out, lost the hat. He's so far, it must be serious if Squeak Noir is no longer paying attention to his incredible outfit. So yeah, we're at 9-10. Let's come back in 10 minutes to start up round 6. Hell yeah. This is 75 damage in a single. I can't.
the Netflixification and like what Amazon does with other properties and not. But I think Greta Gerwig gets it. Like it's the fact that Greta Gerwig is in charge. Like I'm interested in Greta Gerwig's Narnia. I'm not interested in Amazon's Narnia. So the challenge is going to be is like Amazon going to let it be Greta Gerwig's Narnia.
I don't think they're going to go because who was it? Tim Burton did Wednesday, and it was Netflixified. Like everyone's like, oh, Tim Burton's doing this amazing show. It's such a great character for him to create. And then there's a love triangle with dudes who are boring, with a girl who like doesn't give a shit about them, and yet somehow they're like all this drama occurs, and you're like, well, that doesn't make any sense.
That's not, but I don't feel like that's a show that's targeted necessarily for me. Like, I don't care about the fidelity to the Addams family. Like, if a bunch of Gen Z, like, apparently the show is very popular, like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if there's a bunch of people that love it, but I do like Narnia, and so I do have, like, a stake in that a little bit. And, like, I think that Greta Gerwig is, like, an interesting... It's really up to how much. I think that after Barbie, she probably can just be like, Amazon, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and you, like that's why you hired me, right? Like
that's the hope.
Yeah, my fear hearing her name attached to the project is that she'll try to deconstruct it. There's a lot to be deconstructed. Like it's fucking Catholic propaganda. Like
Protestant. It's
Anglican? Is it Anglican propaganda?
Yeah, it's Protestant.
Or is it
oh, sorry. C.S. Lewis is Anglican. That's closer to Catholicism.
It's pretty close.
Lord of the Rings is the
salvation
Catholic
through
fantasy.
works, not salvation.
Fundamentally different. No transubstantiation. Oh, sorry.
How dare you call Anglicanism similar to Catholicism? In one of them you stand during service, in another one you sit.
Whenever
Yeah,
you drink blood, in one of them it's a
Mass
metaphor.
not supposed to be comfortable.
I mean, I just think that if you have the deconstruction just on the final, like the Magicians is right over there already doing that. Like if like that's what she's coming to the table with, I would just be like, that's sort of already been done.
I'm interested. I mean, everyone would have said coming into Barbie, like no one can do it. It's going to be ruined by Hollywood, and she was able to make an incredible film out of that project.
But Barbie didn't have a pre-existing canon.
Yeah.
It was a completely open field, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
well,
just a
actually, I don't know.
blank.
Maybe there is actually an existing Barbie
I
canon.
think that Barbie has a vibe, right? Like if you're like a Barbie fan, it's like sort of like like if you were going to make a movie for like the Disney adults, right? I don't know, like some sort of that's the target demo that you want to make feel really like I've never heard any complaint of somebody who's like really into Barbie being like Barbie wasn't Barbie enough. Like, you know, it managed to hit like everything that a real Barbie fan, America, like with the character. Anyway, we should play D&D.
Well, I don't want to slow you down, Thad, because you do have our first turn. So take that energy, and as we say in the acting world, you know, use it. Yeah. We have Thad going first. We're gonna have our big bad next, our swarm of fishes. Then we have Bubo, then Arlie. Just so that we know kind of who's on deck. But go for it, Thad. Top of round 6. Last round we had Thad swimming underwater, a couple of like big kind of burps from underwater, and then followed by 2 more creatures surfacing. Thad in the water now getting surrounded by these quippers. Bubo gaining some more height, being followed by one of the swarms of scarabs. The bats descending on Aelric and Squeak Noir, and over here on land, a magical weapon called from her deity by Juniper Arlie Candlewick. We have Luna call down a moonbeam, and Harold was able to give a little tap on the head of Aelric to bring him back a little bit of health as well. So everyone doing their part. Half of us in the water, half of us out. And Thad, you are up 5 feet under the surface of the water. A creature below you, fish all around you. What do you do?
So I just want to make it clear that all of Thad's AC boosting abilities and spells aren't like deflect. Like I don't know what Bubo's shield spell manifests as, but everything for Thad is sort of like speed. Like everything is sort of just making him a little bit more reactive to incoming stuff. So
Cool.
as all he's taking he's sort of dodging around all these little quippers that are. I look up and behind me because there's only 5 feet between me and the surface. I assume that I can make out sort of like a distance on the ceiling, right? Like I can make out a shape and a point of air that would be above the surface somewhere.
Yeah, with this globe going, our orb of light, you can definitely see like, it's looking up through the surface of water, but it's bright in the cavern right now, so you can make out like the figures above the surface.
So as I turn back, like there's a quipper coming right into my face, and I just sort of move and I bite at it, and I sort of spit it out. I look at the aboleth right in the face. I let go of my staff. I give it the middle finger, like 2 middle fingers again. I grab my staff, and I just let out this huge bubble of air comes out, and I'm thunderstepping 70 feet directly in the air above the back of the aboleth.
Okay, so that'll take you to 60 feet, which is the height of the cavern.
All right, so I'm going to go to the top of the cavern, and I'm going to manifest directly on top of it. So as I come down, and like I make like a T pose, and I'm just going to try to like pencil kick it on my way down. But first, everything within a 10-foot radius of me, I'm casting Thunderstep as I'm using a 4th level spell slot, so it's a 5th level spell. Everything in a 10-foot radius has to take 5d10 thunder damage.
Holy shit. So that's going to happen when you leave, right? Is the thunder?
Yep. The
Wow.
thunder, when I pop out of anything that's within 10 feet of the space that I used to occupy, and they have to make a Constitution saving throw, taking half on a failed save. Because it's a 5th level spell, you get 2 more d10s, so it would be 5d10 to all of the quippers and the thing.
Wow. Okay. Fail. So the first one fails. The second one critical fails. The third one gets a 14. What's the DC on your spells? On the saving throw?
I believe it's a 15. Hold on, I think
if it's a 15, they all fail.
Spell book. Yeah, my spell save DC is 15.
Vicavar's asking, don't you have the Shadow Blade still in hand?
I do still have the Shadow Blade in my hand, yeah, but I don't think that I'm allowed to, like, I thought about, like, trying to pop up and dive bombing them with my Shadow Blade out, but I think that would count as, like, an attack. I don't know how that would rule.
How far, how much distance do you fall in a round? It's a lot, right?
60 feet, yeah.
Yeah. Falling distance per turn.
I'm gonna roll
is 500. Yeah, 500. Huge amount.
But for Vicavar, yeah, no, I still maintain my Shadow Blade's concentration. So I just like once I finish flipping off the bird, I grab like my Shadow Blade manifests, that bubble pops, and I'm gonna roll damage now, 5d10.
Please.
Please do. Thank you.
Okay, the
Thank you
big
very
bad
much.
rolls a 20 con save, but all the quippers fail. 31 damage.
Yep.
Thunder damage, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, what does it look like as you kill all 3 swarms?
So this, as the bubble expands out of my mouth, like at the end of it, like it grows to this bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger size, and then all of a sudden I like just sort of flicker out of existence, and just there's this thunderous roar that you all see. Like there's no light, there's no shining, like there's nothing. It's just this huge roar of damage, and there's just a crater where the water used to be. And it like there's like a freeze, like a Zack Snyder-esque, I guess, like freeze frame tableau of just fish flying everywhere in this dent in the water, and then it all just comes back in. And suddenly, for those of you that can see, like Bubo, up at your level, you just see me like appear right above the thing, and I like give you a little salute.
Yeah, you're like right.
And I just kept, I put heels down, and I know that I'm gonna like So I'm know that I'm probably gonna. I don't know what happens. This is on you, DM. This is your problem.
Yeah. Okay. So you have used your attack. It would be totally cool, and you could like very well make
So I
kind of an
use my
attack
action.
roll.
I use my
But you
action
used
to
your
cast
action
the spell.
to cast
Yep.
the thing. So at this point, you're going to be falling into the water. What I'm gonna say is that, give me an. Are you so at this point? Are you aiming for, the aboleth, or are you trying to like avoid
You
it?
described it as like its sort of back is cresting on the
Yeah.
top of the water. So my plan,
Yeah.
that's like long-term plan that wouldn't be in 6-second increments, was after doing this would be to get on its back and just to start stabbing it with the shadow
Okay.
blade.
Yeah. Give me an athletics. Give me an athletics roll. I'm gonna say this is going to
I
be.
can do an acrobatics roll.
You can give me an acrobatics roll. I am going to say this is with disadvantage as you are falling 60 feet onto a slippery back.
Okay.
And while you're falling, you notice, Thad, that you are unable to breathe oxygen. You cannot breathe air.
Yeah, that would give me disadvantage. That's a surprise to find
This
out
is
about.
a surprise. This is the
It's
effect
a
of the
salute.
poison.
It's a salute, and I like go to take in like a nice because I've been underwater for a little while, and I was like, and you just, and there's like a moment of panic in my face before we resolve what happens. The 14 or 15 because of the,
With a 14 with disadvantage, right?
well, 50. Each one is +1 higher.
Oh, you rolled a no. You rolled oh, because you have your luck stone.
Yep.
Amazing. Yeah, with a 15. Yeah, with a 15, you're able to get yourself like land onto its back and kind of hold yourself. The question at this point is, are you trying to keep your head above water, having learned that you cannot breathe the air right now?
I believe I can hold my breath for some
73
number
years.
of minutes plus my Constitution modifier. So if I'm giving some sort of disadvantage to my hold on this thing to just start stabbing away, I will not be
Yeah.
going underwater.
Yeah, hold breath is number of minutes equal to 1 plus your Constitution modifier. So that gives you, I think, a total of 3 minutes that you can hold your breath.
5
so you
fights.
should be good. What I do want to clarify, just as because this has now come up, so I'm clarifying for the table, spells with, this has been confirmed like in a tweet by the creators of D&D, spells with somatic components, that is like verbal components, they can be cast when you're holding your breath, but immediately after casting them, you are now out of breath, and that is a number of rounds equal to your Constitution modifier before you start. You're in the what they call the suffocating condition. So you're no longer holding your breath. You're now out of breath because you used it to cast the spell. So you can cast a somatic spell. You're then going to be in the suffocating condition, which means number of rounds before you reach 0 hit points.
I see what happened. I see why I didn't trigger that earlier.
Cool. So that's going to be Thad Deus's turn. Do you have anything else? I think you cast. That was, I believe, everything.
I mean, I technically I don't have anything to use a bonus action on, and I'm not moving, so.
Okay.
Gonna...
Thad, I am going to ask you to roll a Wisdom saving throw.
Eight.
8?
Yeah.
That's a failure.
Okay.
That is the enslaved condition.
If as a reaction I can give him wheel, it would add a d6, but would that, even with like a full 6, would that help you?
Plus 6. I don't think that's going to be enough.
Okay, then I'm not giving it.
The 8 plus.
Doesn't his blessed condition give him something unsaved, or is that just skill.
Mm,
Is that just skill checks?
that is saving throws.
Yeah, it's a skill check.
Yeah, so you get
Skill.
it's just skill checks, is it? Yeah, because I think guidance is checks. That's the difference. So with that casting, Thad, you have new targets. Your targets are the party. Your main objective is not to take damage. And with this new mind in your head, you can clarify that while you cannot breathe air, you are fully capable right now of breathing water or underwater. That is going to be our big bad's turn. There is some movement here. This creature that Thad is on top of is going to go under the water, and it is going to drop down deep beyond what anyone is able to perceive from above the water there. And Thad is now just on top of the water. Leading us to Bubo's turn.
Okay. So I am going to let me just be clear. Let's see if I can. This guy, you can see the pings, right?
Yeah. Just to your south. Yeah.
This guy, this guy, this guy. These are all on the surface of the water.
Correct. They were bothering Squeak Noir and Aelric.
Right. So I don't like them bothering Squeak Noir and Aelric. And this guy is also on the surface of the water too, the big baddie that only I can see. Okay. So I am going to cast I think I'm going to go for Hail of Thorns again.
Nice.
Casting, it worked last time in the same kind of sort of area.
Yeah, that was what's left over of all these fishes down here was that last Hail of Thorns, right?
Right. The thing is, actually, no, I can't. Sorry. I am just going to fire off. The scarab beetle seems to be the difficult ones. So I am going to.
There's also a swarm, coming just from under. It's underneath you a little bit. It's coming up towards you. So there's those 2 scarab swarms left, and then a bunch of bats.
Yeah. All right. So, I think I'm just going to retreat and do what I do best, which is the scarab beetles that are attacking Aelric here, the ones here. I am going to. That's it. Let me just do this. Okay. I am going to use my inspiration point to give myself advantage on this attack.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to try that again. Oh my god. So that is still +5. That's 7. It's not attacking. That's not hitting, right?
A 7, you said? Sorry?
11.
11 just misses.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to just do that with my second attack, do the exact same thing.
Cool.
This, and then this. Try that one more time. Please make it something
Tough
real.
rolls.
Oh my god. Exactly the same thing. All right, that's my turn.
Okay.
I'm done.
Just firing at these. I mean, that's the problem of these small swarms is they're so tiny that even with this sharp shot, a single one isn't as effective. All these other amazing shots you've had have been like piercing 5 of them in a row, and all this super cool stuff that Bubo can do. Leading us to.
I think the problem is more me rolling 3s.
Rolling 3s, yeah, yeah. I rolled a 3. Does
Yeah.
that hit? That just misses.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, darn.
Yeah, yeah.
Taking us to Juniper, Arlie.
All right. Should we try to move? I don't know. We're
Vicovar's.
awful close to the situation.
Vicovar says bless in our chat.
Oh, what a great idea! Love that. Thank you, Vigovar. I am down. That's as good an idea as anyone's. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna cast Bless, and then I'll do my spiritual weapon attack, and
Hell yeah.
we will carry on.
And bless is
We are finding it now.
do
Oh
you
my
have it
God! Do I
prepared?
not have it prepared?
Doesn't look like you have it
What
prepared.
a jerk! I don't have it prepared. Oh, why would I do that? What a shocking decision that was made. I'm gonna cast. Then I'll do protection from good and evil, right?
Okay,
Right?
yeah. Abominations, Celestials, Elementals, Fae, Fiends, and Undead all have disadvantage on attack rolls, and you can't be possessed by them. Yeah, who do you want to... Who do you want to... it's a touch spell, so you'd have to touch
Yeah, so
whoever
who's
you
within
want.
range of me?
I'd say Luna, Harold, or yourself, I think, are the...
Is that who's that? Who's this?
That's Luna.
That's Luna?
Yeah.
This is Bubo?
Bubo's up,
Yeah,
yeah,
can you
but
jump
he's 60 feet.
Are
yeah.
you able to jump 60 feet up in the
Just
air?
a
I would
little
really
high
like
up.
to touch Bubo right now, but I can't. Okay.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I really would have liked to. Okay. Has Legion ever gotten possessed? Is that a thing that we have like to fear?
Oh.
Unclear? Unknown? We don't know? Okay, I want to
Legion
go
has never
for
been possessed.
Okay, I want to go for Harold then.
Sweet.
So can I move if I can move there?
You should be able to. There you go.
I know. Sorry, I just looking
Pop
at
you
Vic
down.
of our shocked face. I don't know why I unprepared bless. That was not a great idea. That was some poor
You had
call.
important spells. You had like what you had like detect good and
I mean,
evil
I've
and
got
stuff you
create.
needed.
I've got create water, but I just haven't like figured out how to apply
Control
it.
water.
But like
Yeah.
sorry, control water. God, it's
Make
not
sandwich. You still have
Make
make sandwich. You can make 15 sandwiches anytime you want.
Great. I don't know. Is
Sorry.
that what is that a reference
Please continue.
to?
That was just a joke. I'm just talking about a useless spell. Please continue.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Make sandwich. Create water. Sorry, I meant control water. Like that was anyway. Whatever. Okay, I move there. I'm gonna cast this. Protection of good and evil on Harold, and then I will, I guess, roll for. roll
Harold just gets
2d8.
it. I think he just
Harold just gets
automatically.
No, sorry, I'm
automatically-
going on to spiritual weapon.
Oh, you're going to the spiritual
Which-
weapon. So it's 3d8. We figured out.
No, it's 2d8 because it can't be 3d8 because it's 2. Oh, sorry, I have to pull it
Oh.
up. I can't say it from memory. It's 2 after second level. That's not great.
It's 1d8.
You're
And then
casting it.
you
fourth
cast
level.
it.
When you
4th level
when
spell.
you cast the spell using a spell slot of 3rd level or higher, the damage increases by 1d8 for every 2 slots above 2nd level. So it
It's
has to
2d8.
be.
If you used
It's
a
only
3rd level
2d8,
spell
yeah.
slot, it's a 2nd level spell, or it's a 4th level spell.
Right. So that's an additional 1d8.
Yeah,
so
just
it's
one.
2d8
One
total.
D8, yeah.
It's 2d8. It's not 3d8.
Awesome. Correct.
Okay.
2d8 plus 5 is the total that you are
Okay.
damage. And you roll.
Oh,
What do you
roll to
roll
hit.
to hit? Yeah,
Well,
it's
I have to choose something to hit.
there's the swarm that's near Luna still,
Yeah. Okay. We'll go for that.
and they use
If
your
it-
spellcasting modifier to hit, I believe, as well.
Okay.
The damage. Yeah,
Uh,
on a hit.
I want to. Okay, I want to press cast, but it doesn't use another spell slot, so I don't know how to make it.
You just roll
also,
for
there's a button.
damage. Like, just roll a. I think it's just.
I gotta
rolling.
roll to hit.
Oh, here you go.
So there's my to hit.
Amazing. 25 to hit.
There
That
you go.
hits.
And there's the first D8. So I
Cool.
will get another.
Plus another D8.
Oh, right. I can roll in the game.
Yeah.
No, I...
In the game.
Isn't there
Nice.
normally like a little picture of dice on the sideboard?
There should be.
Yeah.
Little red thing. Or you can type in
Oh, that-
/r space.
Oh my god.
Oh, nice.
+5, right?
There you go.
So,
Yeah, so it's 16 total damage.
16 total
Okay,
damage. Yeah.
great.
Amazing. Huge amounts of damage, leaving that swarm decimated. Less than half of it left.
Yes.
Incredibly effective.
Technically, to be decimated, it would be at 1/10 of its
1/10.
original.
Yeah.
But
How often do you think
How
about
is
the
there a
Roman
technical
Empire?
definition of decimated? Oh my god.
because it referred to when a legion was reduced to 1/10 of its strength. So to be decimated is to lose 90% of your forces in battle.
Yeah, which affects
This is-
morale.
I mean, I'm glad I welcome the pool of knowledge that we share.
Yeah, I think no one uses it that way anymore, but that's definitely a correct etymology of,
Oh, so-
of the word.
I use it that way anymore.
Oh, I use it that way on a daily, on a
okay.
weekly basis.
You have to
That's
be literal.
how
It's
I'm
a
using
literal. No one uses it that way anymore. Is a literal, right? So
Amazing.
not.
I think the
Okay,
word you're
my
looking for
turn.
is fruitive, but
I just have some scarabs that are coming in to attack. Squeak Noir! No, Squeak Noir! Because he is alone. Aelric is under the water, so he can't even get attacked by these flying creatures. They are surrounding him. 13 doesn't hit. 25. Critical hit on Squeak Noir. Squeak Noir is down.
Right.
Squeak Noir is down at 0 hit points. He takes these two swarms descend onto him, and he's gallantly fighting, hatless at this point, drenched. Ha! At you! Ha! Ah, you think you can get the better of me? And just gets, before you know it, you just don't even see him anymore. And then the scarabs start landing, and there's this like mound underneath. As he's like, getting just totally swamped by these scarabs. And that is.
Chat, let him know how you feel.
Get on us in the comments. That brings us to Harold. Squeak no in the comments.
Squeak no.
Noir.
Harold. I've been trying to figure out a way that I could possibly do AoE damage, but I just don't think I have anything. Oh, actually, Koi.
Yo.
As a reaction to the bat critically hitting, Harold says, "Fuck you," and cast Silvery Barbs. So you got to re-roll that and take the lower of the two.
Amazing. The rogue. Well done, sir. Well done. Well done indeed.
Watch him roll another 20 like a jerk.
Let's re-roll. I did roll another 20. that was another 20. It's actually it was just another 20.
Leave.
No, that was so effective too. That was such a good move. Yeah. The scarabs, I guess, don't listen. Damn.
Yeah.
So that was your reaction. Incredible reaction. Super cool. Silvery Barbs. Usually those are a DM's bane. There's been... I mean, these swarms have hit so many crits. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. So are both the swarms on top of how many swarms?
Yeah. It's going to be two of these are on top. They have an ability to be in the same square as another creature.
Have we seen the scarab swim at all?
No.
Okay. Okay. So Harold is going to use shape water to move, a 5x5 cube of water off of the and into the scarab Squeak Noir pylon, and this huge surge of water dumps onto everything that's there, completely like soaking the scarabs.
Cool.
And then as it's coming up, it just rushes back into the water.
Okay. I like what you're doing there. Give me I'm going to want give me a straight roll with your spell attack DC.
Okay, I'm taking advantage from Silvery Barbs.
Oh, cool. That gives you advantage as well, right? Yeah?
Yeah. And what do I need to roll?
It's going to be like a D20 plus your whatever your spell attack bonus is.
What's my spell attack damage bonus? I got a nat 20.
You got a nat 20? Amazing. Yeah, with a nat 20, you're able to pull both of these swarms into the water. So they're now kind of like pulled onto the surface of the water. Like bugs, when they're in the water, they're having trouble. They get waterlogged and like stuck to the surface with that water tension.
And then with my bonus action, Harold is going to dash.
Okay.
Where's Squeak Noir right now? He went under as well?
He's still here. Although, I guess, so I'm going to roll. This is at disadvantage. Yeah, so you pulled him in as well. He's unconscious.
Yeah, I figured. Which square did he go into?
This one up here. The same one as
3, 4, 5, 6. Harold uses his dash action, pushes and dives straight into the water.
Amazing.
And just wraps his arms around Squeak Noir.
Yes.
And goes through the scarabs that are confined to the surface.
Okay. So you're pulling him under.
So I'm going to take one other movement roll to kick 5 feet deep away from them. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And Harold Service is here.
Holding Squeak Noir, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, I think Squeak Noir's tiny, so that's 2 sizes smaller, so you should... Because wait, are you small or medium?
Halflings are small.
Small.
So if you're small, I think you can only move at half speed when carrying a creature that's... It has to be 2 sizes...
So that would have been 1,
has to be 2 sizes smaller than you to be able to move your total speed.
Okay. So then 7, 8, so I could be here.
Sure, yeah. Amazing. Yeah. So you're able to pull Squeak Noir up and through. Wonderful save. Huge save by Harold. Bat attack. We got bats biting at Luna with a 7. That's not going to do much. I got bats coming in. I'm going to have...
I got bats.
I got bats here. Bats coming right in. We got 3 gonna be coming towards Harold. This one's coming in here. So Harold, we're gonna have 3 attacks. Swarming bites towards you. The first is gonna be a 13 to hit. A 7 to hit.
This is.
And a 12 to hit.
This is.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
You're
Able
in
to.
danger.
This is bad. Yeah, like so Harold is just like swiping and keeping all these bats away. Vikavar is giving awesome monologues from Squeak Noir as like this is Squeak Noir's like epic dying monologues. To be struck down by a sword in the heart from a worthy opponent. That's what I had dreamed of. Oh, how fate mocks me. I, of all mice, killed in an ambush, struck from behind by a lackey's hand. He goes on in the chat. This is amazing. Vikavar, I love it. Squeak Noir, he's a kind of like, he's unconscious, but not whispering these little kind of refutes at fate itself. Bringing us to Aelric, who's 10 feet under the surface.
Are those scarab beetles are they still alive on the surface?
They are alive on the surface, yeah.
I'm gonna kick up so that I'm like 5 feet underneath them, and I'm gonna attack them from.
Amazing, yeah. Go for it.
Ooh.
18 to hit. Is this just like a weapon hit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
18 hits.
Plus this modifier, so 1d8 plus 5. 8. No, wait, 7.
1d8 plus 5, so it's 2 plus
7.
5, so it's 7. Plus 1d4 lightning damage.
Yep.
Plus 4
an
lightning
extra 4.
damage. 7. And I've been playing too much Baldur's Gate. Does being wet affect lightning in D&D? Okay, that's only in Baldur's Gate. Awesome. So from underneath.
Yeah, sorry.
That's actually bats that I was doing. Plus.
Sorry, I didn't wait to hear the effect. Is it still like how are they doing before I bring in the second slash?
This first set of scarabs, the first swarm of scarabs, you're able to kill.
All right, I rolled a 10 on my second swing.
Okay, 10 does not hit.
All right, second attack with main hand. 8 plus 5, 13.
A 13 does hit.
Plus 5. 10 plus 14 altogether.
Jesus.
4 lightning minus 10. Yeah, it's pretty effective. Not quite taken out half, but severely effective.
All right, my second offhand attack.
17 hits.
17 plus, yep. 11.
11 damage, nice. Are you still... Or the
is
offhand
chromatic-
doesn't... I think it's only
Yeah, it
one weapon, yeah.
Yeah, it's only one weapon, that gets the thing.
So that's 11, you said? No.
Yep.
Okay.
6 plus 5.
Yep, amazing. They are now less than half left. As you're just, like slashing and making the water tumultuous, so like pulling them under from the surface tension, so they drown. And
He only has 2 attacks, right? He hasn't upgraded to 3 attacks yet.
He has 2 attacks, which gives him 4 total attacks. Yeah.
So I'm gonna just keep sort of hanging out. I'm only 5 feet under the water now, sort of like if they seem to can't break the surface and get down too easy, then I'm just gonna stay down under there.
Mm-hmm.
And I popped a lot of my bonus actions last turn, so that would be
That's Elric.
Elric's turn.
Amazing. That brings us to Saloon Luna.
So the one that I targeted last time, that's the one that's dove down.
Mm-hmm. That is now gone.
So he moved outside of my moonbeam.
Yeah, he went underwater, like deeper than anyone can see.
Okay. But there's still the other guy visible.
Yeah, this one's visible to you. This is visible to Bubo.
So the one on the right's visible to me.
Correct. Yeah.
And just out of curiosity, the people around me, how are they looking physically? Like let's say within a 30-foot radius of me, how are they looking physically? Guys,
That'd be Arlie. Within 30 feet. I think that's Arlie, Harold, Aelric.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's Harold. Sorry.
And Squeak Noir.
And Squeak Noir, who is unconscious.
Who's unconscious? Okay, so technically moving my moonbeam is just a bonus action. So I'm going to shift my moonbeam to the other big bad near me.
Okay, how far can it move? It's 30
it can
feet?
move 60 feet.
60 feet. Oh, so it can clearly make it. Yeah. Awesome.
So
so
I'm
you're
going
going to move it in that direction?
to that other one.
Cool. Moves over here. As soon as it touches this one, this one disappears. As soon as that lunar magical light touches the skin of this creature.
Okay, so it is gone. And then I still have an action. So okay, wait, may I ask a question? If my archer is a bonus action and moving my moonbeam is also a bonus action, I can't like take one as an action and use the other as a bonus action. I have one or the other.
Yeah, they're both bonus actions. You only get one bonus action.
Cool. There's still a swarm of bats like within range of me.
Yeah, there's one here and there's one to your left and to your right. Okay. Bats to the left of you. More bats to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with Squeak Noir.
I'm gonna just do my primal savagery, and I'm just gonna like grow some claws, grow some teeth, and just like ram.
Oh, love it. Cool. To the ones that are like, so the ones to the right of you are the ones you've already been attacking before. The ones to the left of you that are like on top of Squeak Noir are a full swarm. Which one would you like to attack?
I'm gonna go for the ones closest to Squeak Noir because I want to protect him with my life.
I love it. Amazing. 21 certainly hits. So that's 14 damage. Is that 14 like slashing or magic or?
I haven't rolled the damage yet, and it's poison damage.
It's poison damage.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So it's just heavy.
6 poison damage? No.
Yeah. Oh, acid.
Or
damage,
acid damage. 6 acid damage.
Every time I see that little one, I think it's something different. It's acid.
Right?
Damage.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, very effective. Coming in there, tearing out like a quarter of this swarm, with some savage attackery. And that's going to be your turn, right?
That's it, because I used my bonus and I used my action. Yep.
Okay, Squeak Noir is taking the first death saving throw. 13, that's a pass for Squeak. That brings us to the top of the next round with Thad, who has orders.
You're muted, Thad, just in case you're Sam.
He knows.
In case you want to tell us your plan out loud.
This is Thad's brain, like in the enslaved condition. He's just like,
just keep it down.
There's something going on in there. He just. It comes even now. My feet have turned to stone. My hands are heavy like lead. But
I
since
just
death
want to
comes, I'll meet him standing with
I
sword
just
in
want to
hand.
make sure, because this is the first time I've been possessed in the adventure. There's no top of round saves. I'm under.
Mm-hmm. Until you take damage.
Oh God, I'm really sorry, everybody. I think that this in fighting in all of it, there's nothing good that I can do to you all. There's no happy world here. I think between just like flat ganking, like just completely taking out, I think that this way at least I can avoid the letter of the law and also kill that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm dropping a fireball. Do you see that template, DM?
I do. That's the only thing it's not going to reach is Bubo.
So it's not going to reach Bubo. It's not going to hit Arlie. However, all of the bats
It'll hit all the
Arlic,
bats. It'll hit Aelric,
and-
but he's going to have resistance because he's underwater, so he has resistance to fire.
Yeah.
Um,
So I also unfortunately have to cast this at 4th level. I'm using the 3rd level spell slot for it.
Okay. Roll damage. And I think everyone has to roll a dex saving throw. Is that right?
Yep.
All right.
This is gonna be
Bring
pretty
out the
epic,
saving
guys.
throws. Nat 20.
4th level. 15 is what y'all have to beat.
Oh man, you did it, Loon. You made it.
If I rolled a 15, I save or I don't.
You're good.
I'm good.
You save. You just have to achieve the 15. You're good.
Wait, that doesn't count. That's misclicked.
Can I get that with silvery barbs?
You can.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, does it say enemy? Well, actually, it doesn't matter because he is an enemy right now. So yeah.
Reaction.
Yeah.
But would it just give you all like this is not a disadvantage.
It's
right.
It's
like,
not an attack roll.
Oh, okay.
I cast this no matter what happens.
Wait, no. It's the creature must re-roll a d20. So it's So you can't use it because it's a damage roll, not an attack roll. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Dexterity saving throw, you said?
Yes.
Yep.
Oof.
Is that 22 damage?
Yep.
Harold killing it. And Harold with the nimbleness of a rogue is able to get 0 damage on a success, right? I think because of evasion.
Yeah. And also,
That's pretty awesome.
Anything that I'm holding.
Oh, right, and you're holding Squeak Noir. Oh, wow! So Squeak Noir
Dude,
automatically succeeds
I'm
that.
sorry.
Dude.
There's one that I have to. I'm rolling something too. I'm so
That's
sorry.
huge. 8. So it was 22 damage total, Thad?
It was 22 damage total, and Elric makes his save too. So he'll take 11 and then halved again because of resistance. So he'll take 5.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So I'm taking half damage.
Yeah, if you pass, you take half.
A lot of the bats succeeded.
Dude, that was. I got. I've got to say, man, that's got to be the best case scenario for that.
Fireball.
Yeah.
Did I kill any
And I
bats?
think I'm not.
You killed 3 swarms. Yeah.
The scarabs all saved too.
Oh, that's a good point. It's only 1 swarm of scarabs left, and I did not.
Disadvantage.
Even at half, they take 11 damage.
Saving throw.
They are
pretty
wet.
sure that they
do fail though. So yeah, they die. Also die.
So
All right.
so for those of you that
Amazing.
can No, because it's all lit up. You see Thad pop up from the water, and he's got a mad look in his eyes, and you see him point his staff. He keeps his mouth below the water line, and his staff just pokes up, and boom, just that fireball just whizzes right at you and explodes in your midst. And I was given a very specific set of instructions to avoid all damage possible. So I'm diving straight down 30 feet. Which is the maximum movement.
30 feet. And also the two things I want to make sure as well. Our Orb of Light is going to roll a saving throw. Gets a natural 1, so it takes. It is resistant to fire, so it is going to take 11 damage. Our Orb of Light. And how much damage does our Celestial Blade that Arlie called the Celestial Weapon? Or spiritual weapon? How much, what are its stats? Is it just 10s?
I think they're 2D, isn't it 2D8? Isn't spiritual weapon 2D8 plus 5?
That's its damage. I'm just wondering, like, what, in terms of, like, damage it takes, like, how much, health does it have, or?
I'll just copy paste the description of the spell into the chat.
It doesn't take damage. Oh, Vikavar says it doesn't take damage. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so it doesn't take any damage.
There's no mechanic for damage.
Excellent. It is Zivalin's magic quill.
Amazing. Yeah, the quill is just like the fire goes away and the quill stands. The orb does seem to have taken a little bit of damage from that fire. That's Thad's turn. We are going to have we have from the surface the creature pops up here. And Aelric is going to be attacked. I just need to do a couple. Here we go. Aelric is going to take 3 attacks. That is a 24 to hit. 15 damage. Okay, 15 damage. 21, 14 damage.
15, 14.
20, 11 damage. So that's 11 plus 14, so that's 25, 40 damage.
40 on the nose?
40 on the nose, and a Constitution saving throw.
Well, 40 on the nose, I drop. He drops. 40. He has exactly 40 hit points.
Okay. Aelric is down, and he's down under the water. So I'll ask for a perception check from, that'll be Harold, Bubo, and Luna would be close enough to potentially make it out.
Can I cast Silvery Barbs at the mean man?
Can
you?
An
attack roll.
Do you have to see the enemy?
That's a good question. I think so.
You can see. Yeah, you can choose a creature you can see. I believe.
Can't see him under the water.
If it's only 10 feet, if he's 10 feet under the water, Koi, he's visible.
So the creature has a reach of 10 feet.
So is it 20 feet under the water then?
So Aelric right there.
Yeah, Aelric is 5. Yeah, Aelric is 5 feet underwater. It has a reach of 10, so that would put it at 15 feet under.
So it's not visible.
So it's not
visible.
Yeah.
Did anyone see that happen?
My perception was 16. Did I see?
You see that. So yeah, Luna sees it. Luna sees that there is this, in this like movement and roil of water, you can make out that Aelric is hit bad and multiple times. Harold, you're not able to make out much clarity under the water beyond knowing that there's some struggle. Arlie could also. No, Arlie's a little bit too far back. Bubo could make a roll because he has. What do you see with your elf eyes? What do you see with your owl eyes?
I rolled a 16, so I think I see as well.
Yeah, so you also see. So those two 16s can tell that Aelric is down.
Sorry, could I
that's-
just could I? I'm sorry. I just want to make sure.
Mhm.
What maneuvers does Elric have? Because there are things like
So actually yes. After the first attack, I would have popped a riposte.
riposte. Yeah.
That's the riposte, but I'd still go down. I would.
No, but what I'm saying is he has other battle maneuvers. He has like 5 of them in total, and there's things like parry, evasive footwork.
Yeah, so he has sweeping attack.
you
He
know.
has commander's strike. He has riposte, menacing attack,
only one that
and
I saw
grappling
that was-
strike.
Yeah, the only one that I saw that
Okay.
would have.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. But I will.
All right,
I will
that's
get
cool.
that,
And what did he
riposte
take
again.
as a blessing?
That's
in
not on his sheet.
Versailles.
Oh, what?
As a
You
blessing.
all got to take a blessing in Versailles. That was a fighter skill. We are still sitting on. Remember when we had
Oh.
a long set of rules?
That's tied to your. That can only be used by spending a inspiration die or inspiration point.
Yeah.
And he still has that.
Sure. I mean, he.
I'm
could-
But
saying
yeah,
if it wasn't
I don't
yeah,
know.
he still has it.
Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
sure what it was.
Okay,
Though.
I will use an inspiration point. Then if I can't use his inspiration point. All right, I'm gonna
No,
miss
it's
on
fine.
the riposte.
Cool. Riposte 3 on the riposte misses. Yeah.
Plus, no, it's a plus 7. It's a 10, but
10.
misses.
10 will miss. Yeah. 10 is going to miss. Cool, but a valiant effort. This is, I think, the first time Aelric's gone down this whole campaign.
Yeah.
So far. That takes us to Bubo's turn.
I'm going to ready in action, and if Sam shows his fat face again, I am going to take a shot at him.
Okay.
Thad.
Tough. Amazing. Do you want to move anywhere, or are you just going to kind of stay hovering?
Oh, I think I'm good. I think good.
Okay. So Bubo is on Sentinel. Juniper. Arlie at the mouth.
Okay, I'm unmuted. All right. I'm open to suggestions. Vicavar,
My headphone. My one headphone.
Do you have any targeted healing spells prepared?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, should I revive
Aelric?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's do that.
Yes.
Sounds great. I literally just messaged Sean. I was like, "You've gone down. Hopefully, I can help." And I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Amazing.
I'll do what I said. Okay.
Let it be
Let's
known.
see, 30 feet? Yeah.
Very low hit points right now.
Healing-
Oh, yeah,
Not
Luna's
even
also
60
low.
feet.
Luna's also low. Do you have mass healing word?
Yes, I do. Is it time for mass healing word, y'all?
Yeah, mass healing word would revive 2 people.
Okay, let's do it.
Actually, the 2 and Luna would be at fuller health again.
All right. It is time for mass healing word. I didn't get rid of that. Got rid of bless, but we got mass healing word. So
Mass healing word. That'll do
Uh-oh.
it. Yeah. That'll get Luna, Harold, Squeak Noir, and Aelric. For
Okay.
8 points, yeah?
Yeah.
Amazing. So
Hmm.
Aelric goes up
8.
8 points. Harold does. Squeak Noir, I'm going to type in Squeak Noir's. Amazing. Squeak Noir comes back. I love the monologues that Vikavar has been offering us. It's been absolutely incredible. Shakespearean monologue that Squeak Noir is not actually unconscious. He's just been having a Shakespearean style death monologue that's been going on for pages. If anyone keeps track of the chat, it's absolutely incredible. And Harold also is going to go up 8. And Luna, did you track that, Luna? Or do you want me to do that for you? You already tracked it. Amazing. Do you want to use is that your bonus action?
Can I just...
There's still spiritual word. Word.
Spiritual weapon.
Sorry.
Word.
I had a beer and I'm underslept.
Hey.
Spiritual word. What do I think I'm playing? Spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapon.
Yeah, there's these bats that still remain here and here. Very hard to see.
Yeah, I will take out a collection of bats. This seems fine.
Amazing. 28 to hit.
I should have taken
definitely hits.
More intense, but that's okay. That's okay. Bats are a pain.
20. That kills this swarm. Yes, this swarm is done. Another swarm crossed off the accounts of Zivelin.
All right.
And did you want to move anywhere, or are you going to stay at the mouth?
I guess I should move closer just for more like possible touch spells. But I don't understand what that orb of light is.
Oh. The orb of light, it's that magical floating orb of light.
It's good.
It's good? Okay. All right. So I would like to move in between.
But Arlie, you can't actually. The mass healing word is a bonus action, which is the same thing to use a spiritual weapon. So
thought it was a regular action.
It's a bonus action. So the weapon attack, one of those two things doesn't happen.
Why is it a bonus action? Why is it not like Cure Wounds, which is a regular action?
Yeah, Cure Wounds is an action, but it's only touch, right? So you'd have to close distance to touch.
Okay, well then never mind about spiritual weapon. I'm gonna stick with the cure. That sucks. I really thought it was an action. Okay.
Yeah, but you can still like attack with a weapon if you want. You have your crossbow.
Great. That's good. Okay, fine.
Or here's the thing. Here is the thing. If you have an action that you still want to use, I think you can still cast Cure Wounds as a cantrip, which would still be something that you could just do if you want to, give another beef to either Luna or Squeak Noir or Harold or anybody who's. I don't know. Harold hasn't taken damage.
Elric really needs.
I don't think she can reach Elric. Is the thing? I just don't think she can reach Elric. Yeah, and he's 40 feet away or whatever.
It's difficult terrain.
And I'm
the only one you could reach would be Luna.
Okay, I'll reach Luna for a Cure Wounds then.
Okay.
Clicking on it.
Awesome. So roll some more healing dice. What does Luna get back? 25?
I don't know how that's possible. I just clicked the dice.
You cast it at 4th level. That's a 4th level.
Yeah, that's not what I meant to do. I don't know how I told D&D not to do
That's fine. Yeah, you can cast it at less than that.
Okay. What? How does it make these wild decisions? Okay. No, but genuinely, level. Oh, I see what I've done here. Okay, let's take it down a notch. So what level should I cast it at?
1st level's free.
Okay. Oh my. Yeah, it's 1 dice. My apologies. 25.
That's pretty good. 12.
Actually.
So 12 more.
Actually, the 1st level is the only way she could, I think, right? Because she can't cast
because it has to be it has to be an
Yeah.
But yeah, 12 more health. I'm gonna give that to either Luna.
Word.
Luna's got some more health. Amazing. Which is gonna take us to more swarms of bats. These things are still around. Biting at Harold. 15. Hits. That's gonna be 2 damage. Where was this earlier?
There you go. That's the damage. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
damage I've been expecting.
And 6 damage.
Yeah. Little guy, little damage.
Little guy, little damage. And then I have another swarm coming in, and it's also, this is our last swarm here, which will do 6 damage. So that's 6, or sorry, the last one is 11 to hit, so that doesn't hit. So you take a total of 8 piercing damage.
Okay, I've marked it.
Amazing. That's Aelric now. Aelric back up to 8. And our long turn counter of so many swarms is now smaller and smaller and smaller. We're down to almost no more swarms.
It's 10:27.
Yeah.
I know that our guest comes after me in the turn order, and so I would like them to have one more round, but I also sort of feel like this would be an appropriate place to stop it for. But if the party wants to, like, you know what I mean? Because our missing player would come back, and I'm taking a life or death turn. But do you mind switching the
Let's
turn
swap
order?
initiative. Yeah, that makes sense. I think I have you both listed at 6 on the initiative order, anyways.
Yeah. So does that work for everybody?
That makes sense.
Luna goes now, and then Elric would go after.
Yeah,
Elric
we'd
would go
start
next week.
with
Yeah.
Elric at the top of the turn
Yeah,
order.
start with Elric. Yeah, sounds great. Go for it, Loon. Loon of the Moon.
Since this is the last thing that I will ever do as
Oh,
this
no.
legion.
Not
Uh,
ever. Never say never. Can always come back. Lunas can
well,
come back.
for this particular fight, it's gonna
Mm.
be my last thing. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna recast Moonbeam at 5th level as my spell action, and then I'm gonna move into the water so that I'm within, like, really close to this home diggity, because as mentioned, we talked about it in private, but I asked if Moonbeam could pierce through water. He said, as far as I can see. So I'm going to get into the water in the 10 feet of the thing that's just off of the coastline here, because now I can see it and I'm in the water. And I'm also immune to disease.
Nice, yeah, and you can definitely see because it's like surfaced, as well. It's like kind of cresting.
Oh, it's
You
crested. I
definitely-
thought it was 15 feet down.
This one's crested. This one is. There's one under the water that you can't see.
That's the
Where-
one I want to go for. I don't
Yeah.
care about the crest.
Okay. Does the moonbeam energy come from? Does it come from you, or it comes from like the sky?
It's like a laser beam from the sky.
So that's. I
like
think
a-
it's gonna have a depth of 10 feet, because the depth of light into
But
the
it's like within
water.
my range of vision of 120 feet. So if I'm in the water looking at that guy, I should be able to just meow. Think about it.
It's a 40-foot tall cylinder. Oh, so it's just
Yeah.
a cylinder. Okay, yeah. If you go into the water, sure, we'll give you
It's
that.
like a laser beam that's just like.
Yeah. Okay. Amazing.
So
So
I'm gonna get in the
Like a
water.
rod. It's like dropping an orbital rod.
Yeah.
Down onto the.
Amazing.
what I'm
a
doing.
40-foot cylinder.
So I'm
Cool.
recasting Moonbeam at 5th level. I'm going to use my movement to get into the water, and get as close to the one that's like below, not the one that's crested, but the one that's below the surface.
Yeah.
And then I'd like to cast 5th level Moonbeam on that guy's face.
Okay. Amazing.
And so that is going to
Love the
be
description.
On his face.
on his face. I would like to cast it on his face. So that's again a con save on you, half damage if you pass.
Let me do my con save. Yeah.
I wish I had woe so I could just be like, nah, but I didn't get woe, so that's okay.
There's a
5d10.
16 on the con save.
It does pass.
Okay, that's a pass. So it's gonna be half damage, whatever you roll.
Half damage. So I'm rolling 5 d10s now.
Yo.
Oh, sorry, that was wrong. That's not what I want to do. Hold on. D10s, where are we at? Roll. Not very much damage. That sucks.
26. So half is 13.
26.
Okay, Moonbeam. Did he disappear?
Did not disappear, and it is looking bloodied.
Okay,
This is
I'm gonna.
very-
I'm still an archer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Hell yeah.
archer.
Yeah.
So let's archer that guy. Into my features and skills. Where's my? Sorry, I just need to find my thingamajig here. What is happening? Sorry, I'm just like in my other thing. Oh, there we go. That's what I want. Wow. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna wheel myself. I'm gonna add a d6 to that.
Yeah. Do it.
Since it's my last turn, I might as well use everything up.
Yeah. Use the things. Use all the
Do it.
things.
Okay,
Use
18.
all the
18
things.
hits. 18 hits.
Okay, archer. Let's use your archer skill.
1d8. No? Oh, it's a skill. It's a thing.
Yeah. 6.
6. Amazing. Severely damaged. Severely
Yeah, and now is it
hurt.
still like mentally holding on to Alric since it's taken damage?
Does my grip does its grip on me? Do I get to make a save? Like
When it takes
it-
damage?
Yeah.
No. Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Is it a concentration
No.
situation?
Whenever the charmed target takes damage.
Angle
Charmed
shot.
target. Yeah, it's worth asking. Amazing. And with that, with just sinews holding it on to the realm of life, this great big baddie that we've been encountering, we are going to end our session for the night. Thank you so much. This was an incredible, epically large. We're all learning. I might not give as many enemies in the future. You know, who knows? We might make smaller encounters in terms of dozens of swarms. But thank everyone for these two epic battle encounters back to back. Thank you, Laura, so much for coming in at the highest point of combat we've had in this entire campaign.
Yeah.
It's absolutely incredible. We've never had.
Yeah.
We've never had anything close to this. This like two and a half full sessions of combat. Absolutely
You're the War
incredible.
Legion.
And you are now
Yeah.
our War Legion.
Question for
Yeah.
the next Legion. Is the next Legion going to come in with the same damage to their Warforged as I am currently in?
I'm not sure. I mean, because of the way that Foundry works, I get to like record what hit points you are, and I just kind of like leave it untouched. So I definitely know. I'm not sure if I've made a calling on that.
Because I'm
as of
sorry
now.
to the next Legion coming in and being like, "Whoa, I am injured."
Yeah. Oh, what happened here?
I am
yeah.
not doing so hot.
And underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why am I underwater?
New to the season, you don't need to
Well,
breathe.
it's
So
Sean. It's gonna be Sean. Sean's
And
gonna be
weirdly,
like,
like there's
underwater. Like what?
yeah, and there's still like this, but the moonbeam is gone. They're like, what? You know? It's like, what am I doing? What the hell is this?
yeah.
I'm not a druid.
Laura, I gotta
Awesome.
drop. Real pleasure playing with you. I hope you can come back. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Before you leave, Keen, I
Yeah.
just wanted to thank you, everyone. I'm stopping streaming right now. Thank you, everyone, for watching.